Yeah, can I have a key to your home? Why you dealing with some spirits that won't leave you alone? Yeah, I know you've been seeing them ghosts. The way that life is going, we could be on the boat. Yeah, baby, I just need you to know. The holy people wanna take a peek in your soul. The darkness where the evil will go. Now baby, we on fire, we ain't needing the stove. Oh yeah, the spirit blowing through the many. That's the water when you storm through the Indies. Yeah, shit'll make you clench your eyes. Opening awareness when you just realize you stimulated with the wrong stimuli. Intimidation when they start to criticize. Never been a game, but you penalized. Yeah, you were not the one we should have penalized. You could kick me transits when I'm in the sky. Yeah, trust me, bitch, I did it in a nick of time. You keep on losing, but we scoring points. Procrastinating, you won't do it till the morning. Don't need to get it, bitch, if you just can't afford it. They burnt our buildings down and usually be scorching. Stay in our cases just cause you wasn't important. We making babies, I bet you want to abort it. God damn, can I have the key to your home? Yeah, the spirits that won't leave you alone. Yeah, I know you've been seeing them grow. The way that life is going, we could be on the boat. Yeah, baby, I just need you to know. The holy people wanna take a peek of your soul. The darkness where the evil will go. Now baby, we on fire, we ain't needing the stove. Oh yeah, you could bet your bottom dollar I'ma do the dang thing. Tryna get the whole word on my motherfucking brainwave. If I find a bitch that could connect on the same thing. So much weirdo shit be going on, can't say it ain't strange. All you know is bang bang and bang bang. And thanks to everybody cause you can't aim. Funny as a bitch, you wasn't building nothing but you coming from the bricks. And you ain't got no brain so you ain't nothing but a dick. Don't make me pull up on you while you fucking with your bitch. And you done lost your mind because it wasn't where it been. You mad because you look like a fish cubby in a can. You may have to come again, be acting to your sorrow. The sword be cutting deep, that's why you acting like you Zorro. Yeah, baby, what you living in? Don't need the government, they only play the middleman. Yeah, can I have the key to your home? You dealing with some spirits that won't leave you alone. Yeah, I know you've been seeing them ghosts. The way that life is going, we could be on the boat. Yeah, baby, I just need you to know. The holy people wanna take a peek in your soul. The darkness where the evil will go. Now baby, we on fire, we ain't needing the stove. Oh yeah.
I felt like we had a water. I was feeling full of water. So I gotta be the next video. I gotta be somewhere about water. Sad, real. Like I said, everybody, hey, meet me at the Battle of Fallen Timbers. Said, meet me. We'll be close to the water and we'll do video. Other than that, that sounds like a good idea. That's not a good idea. Other than that, now we're gonna talk about some good Holy Grail. Holy Grail. What you sipping on? Is you gonna be drunk in love like a Virgo? Is you gonna be high off attention like a Leo? Or is you just sipping in some water, emotion, mood as a damn Cancer? We're gonna talk about it all. Y'all said first we're gonna talk about the first 30 days though. 30 days, crab bucket. Y'all said you might get in your feelings, not be logical, go get a whole crab basket or something like that, Red Lobster or something like should be broke. So you got your feelings. You want to think of nothing logical and stuff like that. I said you did something you wanted to feel comfortable with. Flunk that ass. What you sipping on? Yeah, no, better than that. What you sipping on? Oh, you damn Cancers. Happy flight day. Go. Even though, still a couple hours left until Gemini, they get, they kind of the same people though. Anytime a degree is on 28, 29 or Kellic degree or 0, 1 or second degree, y'all the same motherfuckers. It's just if you like the 1 and 2 degrees of a sign, we might see that first, but we know what's your crutch, your back and supporting system. You need the elder, what came before, aka the sign before. If you a person that's a 28 or 29 degrees, then you're a person that, you might be old and outdated and old fashioned in your way of doing something and you think you're smarter than everybody else, but we know that you need some new refreshing energy. So we know where you get it from. The side, that's ahead. The more you probably got less access to, but you don't know what else to do but do it. So you might be naive in that energy, but you use the energy you in to substantiate it. So to say, like, if you like 29 degrees, 28 degrees Libra, you know what I'm saying? You like baby, like when it comes to Scorpio energies, yet you always find yourself in Scorpio energies and having to use the Libra energy to come up with new ideas. that's going to be formulated in Scorpio energy. So you're going to have to find new ways to be a little bit more manipulated, not so open because you so lost in relationship and digmatized or traumatized. You know what I said? That's what got my goddamn Libras, 28, 29 degrees / goddamn Scorpio 2, bitch. There's somewhere what is in 0 degrees. You know what I'm saying? You got to blend in them all. So that go with 0 degrees of all the signs and stuff like that to put you on to a perspective to help you understand that 5. And once the sign leaves the 2nd degree and go into the 3rd degree, it's completely dead from the previous sign and within the nakshatras or asterisms of the next sign. And so it died from the previous sign and fully birthed into the next sign at 3 degrees. So when you count from 0 to 2 degrees of the next sign, it makes 33, bitch. Counting 0 is 1. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to the second of the next sign, that makes 33. And then once it reached the 3rd degree of the next sign, it died from the previous sign, 33, and going to the next 3rd, going in the same cycle again and stuff. So you have to understand that 5-pillar circumstance too, in between how to microlize everything on a macro scale. So you have supreme intelligence, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Get a Metatron. Your Metatron, you jump in this space, you jump in this space. See, all kind of stars and alignments and angles and shit like that. You bring that down here, you become someone who's very crafty. You know what I'm saying? It's very creative. You put a lot of stuff in your mind, bring it down here. People ain't even know, oh, I can pull a piece from this in the universe, Babylon, pull a piece from here, pull a piece, and come up with something like that because people be in certain pockets. They only be in this pocket, that only relate to this pocket. They don't know how to get out of pockets, go to another pocket, bring that like to the trade route, to the market grounds with a new form from another pocket. Everybody in that pocket is like, oh, this is a new way that I can use my pockets and stuff like, y'all said real shit. Y'all gotta be careful though. Going back in the day, the first leather goddamn wallet and jacket was goddamn Native American. Oh, I'm saying then a free man, and then they came a free man market after a while. After enough free mans tried to take our side and stuff, and so you know the first good leather jackets and stuff, Washi Shoe had on, was made out of man and woman and children. Now, that's fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't go no more in history. But like I said, but getting into some good tough, be tough skin. You got to create your layer skin over your snake, your snake, your water snake being, aka your desires that have those center points that condense and to have the main 3 ones too. You know what I'm saying? That make your brain, heart, and your dick and your pussy. But for the most part, it's just the chakra areas too: the root chakra, heart chakra, and the mind chakra, first eye chakra. Before it get crowded with the one that made the kneecaps. Then it go to the head. Do you think you made something from the ground and put on your head and called it a crown? You just blinded in. I'm a PhD. You just blinded in. I got a title. I think I'm God. You know what I'm saying? Blinded. You're just blinded or something like that. You're going to die in that title and symbol and shit, not be born to make another one and shit. Like, cause I was many names, many bodies, but I'm always this one spirit. Haël'Ho, Yahlahué. So I be coming in all kind of fashions and things of that nature. So just know, when you out there saying, hallelujah. Haël'Ho, Yahlahué. Haël'Ho, Yahlahué. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm back. You know what I'm saying? We do real psyops on everybody. We don't do the fake psyop. I need a mathematical plan. We do the echo psyop, the peace pipe, the star dance, and the remembrance of a war crime. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, when other people echo it and they ain't echoing their own shit, they mind get used to add on to my mind that's always here and stuff that I know how to make with that spiritual ability. And then boom, I got another form, enough people, a few thousand people, whatever. Boom, boom, I come back. I'm back. And then my people come back. And then everybody who over here start to relate. Y'all, and the end, spirituality is back. It's time for y'all to see what spirituality means. And if you don't believe what I'm talking about, well, bitch, you ain't spiritual then. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Go back to your system. I guarantee you going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Say that right now. What you sipping on? This is all the good spiritual qualities, and then cancer, what cancer is supposed to have if they ain't synthetic and grew up under Walt Disney commercials. This would be the shit cancers be saying. Shit I'm saying right now. That'd be the shit can. Then we get into Virgo, Leo. We're gonna get into that and everybody. So you're getting filtering of cancer energy in its natural state through the lens of the Aries teacher at the moment, the Red Falcon teacher. So it's let you know if you even around a cancer and something like that, they sipping on something now in the esoteric world, and you might be a cancer, you might not know this. So you got to understand these things too. In the esoteric world, you got a cup. Now down here, you might not know it's a cup that the Great Spirit Yahlahué get and be sipping on stuff to have the keys to hell. But you would drown in a cup that's some fluid in there outside of you and what you already made, and you like that mixture. Now your cup is the earth element. You know what I'm saying? You like to substantiate something. You like to make sense out of something. Once you make sense out of something, you start developing all these moods and emotions about it that sometimes be negative to others. Sometimes it puts you in a comfortable space. Sometimes it make you feel home. Sometimes it puts you in that nurturing space. But you need to know what you're developing and what you're substantiating. That feeling about it is the water. So that's your internal energy that you're supposed to understand from the outside holy, this particular time that we're all going through, the beginning of summer, and then how you play it out in your internal energy if you was born in this particular 30-day spectrum. So you will be a person who naturally have this holy grail quality or whatever the case with inside of you. Now, what you choose to mix with Kool-Aid or whatever the case may be, that's what you choose to mix your emotions with. And if it ain't substantiated with the right cup, aka that you were supposed to be building from Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, then for the most part, it's going to have you have a cup that's not sufficient for the type of fluid. And if you got too much emotion, aka Cancer, you may run an overflow. And that overflow is you're ruled by the moon. So it don't matter if we're having a full moon or a new moon, you play a walking example of that. And so if you're a female, you're a walking vibration. If you're a female, you're a walking frequency that turns in and appear to be a vibration. And the energy that it influence and impact others with is like a full moon energy, even when we're not going through it and stuff like that. So this plays out in things that how we can make it make sense. When you're around a Cancer and a Cancer start to put you down a guilt trip, that's a full moon energy. Anytime you're around a Cancer and you feel like you have to nurture them or something like that, based upon trying to carve something out and see it more clearly before we go too deep into the emotional of it and trying to bond on that. That's you having to kind of shear away or bring light if it's too, or don't make it be too nighttime if you let them get too absorbed or you get too absorbed in their shit. So you're trying to bring a little daytime to a full moon spectrum. So you might not want to get too much in that darkness and get lost in someone else's silver and tether cord to the point that whatever you logically think you're doing is just adding on to emotions, and emotions is not even seen like that to a Cancer. A Cancer might not be seen as when you see them expressing some negative energy or something that they don't like. A lot of times it might not always be based on why another person don't like something. And within the Cancer, it might be their way of bonding. It might be their way of sparking a conversation. So a lot of times you could think a person clingy or naggy at something that they're not doing nothing else, but this is how their filtering system of how to connect with other individuals. So, you know, a Libra might be in a situation where they might spark a conversation based upon how well they can relate to someone else. Scorpio might spark it based upon if they share passions. Sagittarius, if similar experiences. Capricorn, if they're into the same thing that they can use each other in some magnitude, right? Cancer may come up with something that may deal with their past or memory that they develop in their mind, that if they look at you and get this emotional intelligence, they could kind of see that you probably went through something similar. So they will try to start the conversation with a bond like that. Now, depending on what type of sign you is and what kind of other elements you are, you may take that the wrong way and think that this person has a negative emotion about themselves and you're getting absorbed in it just by being around them or something like that. And that's their way of seeing who they could connect with or not. So, pardon me, y'all. So you have to understand that too when it comes to prejudging. And if you don't understand these qualities as above, so below, and then get into the real astrology, not this divination and, oh, Cancers ain't supposed to go with Capricorn type shit. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. We're talking about the elements of the natures that we see within this time right now, because they done took the agriculture and culture away from us. So y'all not getting the natural template of how you're tapped in into reality and how it meant something and how your mind is always tapped in. But the qualities are still there for you to see how we have to play it out within the synthetic world. So the reminiscence is still there. It's just a person having to do their own elements in the synthetic world. And since we all in the synthetic world, right, and Walt Disney, we all having to do the same thing. So this is how a person who even don't believe in astrology could get rocked to sleep online by the government version of astrology and then have a logical argument to be able to say all signs do the same thing, so it ain't got nothing to do with astrology, where it ain't, that part ain't got nothing to do with astrology. It's just all signs having to be slaves and be at a job, all signs having to be at the sports thing or whatever the case may be. So you're going through similar things that's synthetic, that you have to come up with a book curriculum that they created, who created these situations for you in the first place, for you to think that you're going about it the right way, aka tuxedo, suit, and tie. But at the same time, when you look at the natural qualities of the holy before the synthetic world, and then look at how your characteristics play it out, you'll be able to make a synchronicity with these things beyond what you're only able to focus on, because this is how you was born, and you're born in a war that you're already a slave in. So this puts you into a situation of being able to separate and compare and contrast between whether you're comparing and contrasting astrology to the things that everybody have to evolve themselves in, or are you in some type of situation where you're understanding the natural qualities, how it play out, and then you tie it to astrology. For an example, right, it could be some cold energy that you see a person playing out, even if we're experiencing springtime, but that person may have Capricorn somewhere, so, or Aquarius somewhere, or Pisces somewhere. So if you feel a distance, right, even though you're connected with that person in summer or spring or fall, then that kind of helps you understand, oh, before I attach astrology to it, I thought I was attaching it to make my logical argument and dichotomy if it's right or wrong or not. It's a natural quality I'm already experiencing, and I be experiencing this for myself that I don't even be paying attention to, that got everything to do with that. See what I'm saying? So you gotta keep that in mind too. So for an example, if you're an Aries like me, you fiery and spicy by nature. So even if you're not that type of person that like to intimidate others, or whatever the case may be, because I'm just putting it in these lack of better terms. Aries don't do that in general, right? But I'm using it in the context of, even if you're doing things like being a nerd or whatever the case may be, you're gonna be spicy about it. You're gonna be competitive about it and stuff like that. So spiciness don't just mean being negative and competitive and always ready for confrontation, right? It means having to deal with your emotional self so much from all angles, to the point that even if you did right or did wrong, there was your full decision on what was going to be best, regardless of the outcome of the circumstance or situation, that make you feel individualized. Pardon me, not a part of no overall scenario, or whatever the case may be. So Aries is always trying to separate from overall scenarios. We don't like to be attached to anything that got some follower energy behind it, general narrative behind it, a jacket that we ain't make, that we got to wear behind it and take up for it and stuff like that. And we don't do all that. We'd rather not be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, and be in our own little pocket. So that goes mentally and physically. Aries don't know how to do nothing else but do things their own particular way. So anytime it's a situation where we have to play, we start deciphering why we have to play that way. And if we can't find where it makes sense at, then it ain't something that we could develop in our mind, that why we should even have to play that game in the first place. So this is what makes us what they call that, entrepreneurs and trailblazers and stuff like that, and move things forward, because a lot of things get rooted out and stuck, need cardinal energy to be pushed forward, and something could be comfortable so long to the point that people that's involved may not be aware of where something could be expanded, where something could move forward, or where you could do something else and take that and make something else better and something like that. And then that's when Aries play, give you a different perspective, give you a fresh, new, born, kind of realization about some shit. You know what I'm saying? So we burn through reality. So just that energy right now, the only thing you'll be burning through is making hot water. So right now it's just like hot spice. So that'll be how the Aries will filter through and express things during this time. And beyond looking at it like, oh, you're Aries, so this means it's going to be a square, you're going to experience negativity. No, you ain't. It's just fire, and too much fire sometimes can evaporate water, or too much water sometimes could put out the fire. So there's that little limbo that you're going to have to play out with when it comes to how much of an emotion you in, when it comes to initiating a passion or a vision or a feeling. And then for the most part, the deeper the emotion, the deeper that you might put the feeling out, the fire or the vision out, or whatever the case may be. Or the stronger the vision and the feeling, you may put the emotional intelligence and how the reactions may be, the perception of that, you may put that out and things. So if you keep it even, it'll be a summertime day, you know what I'm saying? Then it won't be, it'd be something like a day that make a person want to go to the beach, but it'd be like a spiritual quality of it, or whatever the case may be. So it'd make you feel like you're a walk-in version of a spiritual vacation. Well, really, it wouldn't have been no vacation if we all would have stayed in our natural sentiment. But for the most part, it'd be like you are a natural vibration of what some others will want to visit, and what would you want to visit. So you will be a walking version of what other people want to come see, what other people want to do things with, what other people want to visit, or however the case may be. So this is how we play these characters out first in the way before it condense and become the seed and grow from the inside out into this world, for it to be the land, the atmosphere, and the nature. You in sync with these things within yourself. And then for the most part, you're able to play that quality out in a different mathematical position, but yet it's still in that spiritual space. So whatever the external representation, attraction play out, you develop that attraction and impressing energy and things of that nature. And this is how you develop charismatic gifts, where you're emanating something from the best of your quality, not doing organ implosion. Spiritually create a mind as a soul. So you create a mind and then you create an organ, and then you use that same mind to get lost into these organs and not use the mind and organ to do things externally with it. So for the most part, that's how you understand that synchronicities too, when it comes to bringing things from the inside and externalizing it, and is you doing it the right way or the wrong way. But at the same time, these is flows, and cups is this when you substantiate yourself on something, and that's when you make a cup. And if another person create an emotion around what you have substantiated, they're putting their fluid in your cup. And depending on if it's some type of juice you like or not, if you don't like it, then you might get in a mood. If you do like it, you might get excited, or however the case may be. So these is all type of ways of how to look at the Holy Grail, or just going into this season and how it's experiencing things, and taking these internal qualities. Before, for an example, springtime is a quality itself, so you can act springy. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all go on vacations or whatever, y'all decipher these things to be that attract, all things that attract and dislike you, just like how you got the things that you dislike, just like how you made out of water, and outside of you is a different mathematical precision of it, but you know you're connected with it. And since that's attached to the root chakra so much, then a lot of times you don't want to overthink. Now, I don't want to say overthink, but you don't want to analyze that and go down this train of thought and line of reasoning, because you already got it at your hands, or whatever the case. But all of this is ways, if you're tapped in and not so lost on Walt Disney, is ways to understand that, okay, we're producing this as a teamwork makes the dream work. So we have a piece from a subjective space of from a form, a seed, a mind, and a physical representation of an organ that represent everything outside of us. And everything outside of us is just all of us doing that from the inside. Teamwork makes the dream work. Externalizing it, having our own, and it being connected with everybody else's atmosphere and environment. And that's the layers between us, the actual seeds of the world. And then we're doing that after, because we all living in with one being that stay in a great world, and that great world amongst others. And then that world is in just the great world itself. You know what I'm saying? So you have absolute earth, great earth, and then holy, holy, holy earth, where we at. You know what I'm saying? Down here where we're trying to understand these layers and stuff like that. So we just got earth, holy, holy, great earth, then absolute earth, holy, holy, holy to get there. But it's like a ladder. And for the most part, it's like geographical locations. So this is how we're making geographical locations to up, down, left, right, even in the physical. First, we're doing it in the mind. And then everything that we do in the mind, it condenses and become physical. And then the very thing we're doing in the mind and what we make ourselves is the things that we need to actually think that we're evolving spiritually to get in and out of experiences to expand as a spirit. So that goes for food for thought, experiences that we eat, stars, ideas, mental forms, and experiences. The physical experience of it, right? Or what you actually eating, or what you actually exerting yourself out to be. So these are all layers of reality to show us that we're creating this from the less dense to the heavier dense, and then we're doing that after something that's doing that in the world, and then that's how we stay entwined to know that there's an absolute way of doing things. So what's right for you may not be right for someone else. Then it's like that on a greater scale. What we all do as a whole may not necessarily be right for the being that we in, depending on how we're relating. If it's unrelatable, that means it's going to develop some type of sickness amongst each other, and then we know that's in the opposite direction of an absolute way of how to do things relatable and sync, right? That everybody is striving for based upon the great, and the overall, all possibilities. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually the great spirit. We're just all representations from our subjective space based upon the being we in, the beings it's amongst, and us being the many beings as the representations of the experiences coming from the inside out and outside in from this being that we in to develop all the many creatures that we are experiencing as a union. So teamwork makes the dream work. But if we're not doing the goddamn dream as a goddamn team, everybody gets scattered in Yahlahué, and that's how you go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Go to your own world that you made out of this world that we all made together. And nobody told you to do that. So anything that's unrelatable within you, find some way how you can relate to that, and you deal with that within yourself. You might can't relate with something that you don't like about yourself. Trust me. Externally, you're going to start projecting. You're not going to be able to come to no agreement with some external situation you don't like, or a person you don't like. So you become an unhealthy decision maker also. So you check your holy grail during this particular time, what you sipping on, because your emotions is going to be in heat during this particular time. And I told you how to make a cup. Anytime you try to substantiate yourself on something, you might be trying to substantiate yourself on something that's based off negative things, toxic things. So it might got a hole in the cup, so you can't hold your water. So you're the type of person that might be expressing things too fast, telling all your plans, or telling someone something that you ain't even know that they was listening another way, and then expose your friend from cheating, or expose or get somebody fired or something like that, however the case may be, because you can't hold your motherfucking water. So develop your cup, and so people can know what you're sipping on. But if it's gonna be spilling all over the place before you even get to a promised land or back to the water, making your own cup to be sufficient again, it might not ever make it there. You might be dehydrated in a deserted land, and this ain't a time to be deserted in the spiritual world. So you got to be fruitful with your vibe, with your emotion. But the cup that is substantiating itself on, that's what you need to know. What emotions is worth mattering? What emotions is worth investing in? What emotions is worth throwing that in a cup or putting all your eggs in one basket? So a lot of times you make a cup that might not be worth being emotionally invested into, aka what you substantiate yourself on. A lot of times y'all might be jumping in relationships or business deals during this particular time. It's going to be in the opposite degree as Capricorn. So it's also putting you in a position where and then Jupiter is in Cancer. So Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So not only the sun is going to be there, Jupiter is going to be there. So you're going to experience the opposite of something that make you feel like that's the right way to go about it, because you are the representation of how to go about something. And if you unsure about yourself, something previously or something that's on the opposite end going to persuade you to have an unhealthy cup or unhealthy emotion, even if you got a sturdy cup. And that sturdy cup might be a good deal or a good circumstance or a good foundation or a good business position. But based upon your emotion, your lack of wanting to fulfill that cup or however the case may be, you might be in a negative mood where you don't actually take that chance or you don't actually take that goal. So it can persuade you based upon Jupiter being exalted, the sun being in Cancer, the cup being in your holy grail, but you not being able to make a sufficient cup, or vice versa. A sufficient cup could be presented, but you're looking at it and second questioning it because it don't match what kind of juice jug you got, aka your emotion at the moment. You might be in red juice, cherry juice drink, you know what I'm saying, or your lemon lime juice drink, you know what I'm saying. You want growth, red juice, cherry juice drink. You aggressive about something, passionate, spicy about something. You think something against you in that thing, in that new cup, that if you pour it in there, the cup ain't clean. Oh, I don't want to pour my stuff in this cup. This cup ain't washed. Why you give me this cup? Why you buy this bullshit cup? No, you just bullshitting and you in your moods right now. Get out your feelings. Get out your feeling, Cancer. Get out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? You got some grape juice drink. You know what I'm saying? You think somebody's supposed to bow down to you or something like that. So you got this emotion that hey, if somebody ain't bowing down to my grape juice drink, shit, I don't care about them cups or nothing like that. I'll wait till I go get my other cup. Don't help me with no cup. Don't bring me to no water and tell me I can make my own cup. No, I got my own juice. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you make me a cup and make it the way I tell you. If you can't be a mind reader, then I don't give a fuck about you. And matter of fact, whatever mood you in, I think it got something to do with me. So now you making me offended and taking. I'm taking. You know what I'm saying? That's you got purple grape juice for their Cancer. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check these flavors. Y'all gotta check it because that the people flavor. You know what I'm saying? We all got flavors. We just in Cancer season right now. I'm talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Got the blue juice, got the blue raspberry juice drink or something like that. They somewhere trying to be logical or something like that. Everything, the only thing they being logical about is something that happened when their grandma was making them go to church or something like that. Or there's something about they family or something like that. Or parents, cousins or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Some trial or tribulation. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. So it's like dark royal blue and shit like that. So you got to think, oh, I'm around this like logical person about something that ain't got nothing to do with logic. Oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted you to feel them, though. You got to feel them, though. They trying to make you feel them. You got to feel. Keyword, feel. Feel. They want to let you know that they had soul food when they was thinking about making that Kool-Aid or that juice or whatever like that. They want like the right amount of sugar, right amount of ice cubes and shit like that. The water could just be just there and that. Let it settle for. They got like a whole routine around it where you'll drink it, you'll feel like you at home again. You'll feel like you around grandma again before she died and shit like that. That's part of your best friend. They just a Cancer though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gotta like appreciate those qualities that you don't see that they dive deeper in doing and shit like that. And they expect you to be a mind reader though. That's the only thing. Once they start expecting you to be a mind reader, and then if you catch on to that, your spirit automatically get that energy like, oh, I know something that I'm supposed to already know, so let me resist it. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be resisting some tit for tat energy that the Cancer will be doing all they be trying to do for you to like connect or something like that. Then you become like a disconnected friend to them. You know what I'm saying? Become like a distant family member or something like that. Somebody that they always complain about when they ain't around you. You know what I'm saying? You the person they always complain about when they ain't around you. When they ain't around you, though, it's cool, though. You know what I'm saying? When they ain't around you, know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, you the reason why everything going wrong in their life. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be their cousin. Don't be their, you know what I'm saying? Don't be their niece. Don't be their nephew. Don't be their parent. Don't be their grandparent. Yeah, you will be blamed why everything is wrong in their life. Don't be their sister, don't be their brother. I'm sad, but we love all cancers. Real shit, y'all love cancers. Real shit. Y'all just gotta appreciate them small qualities. And when you might be too lost in your distractions and stuff like that, you ain't gonna know how the cancer like to be friends, or their friend language, or whatever, if that's a word, or whatever the case may be. Because I know y'all be making up shit like love language and all that shit. Ain't nobody got no damn love language and shit. Like, y'all love languages, whatever y'all seen on Walt Disney. And Walt Disney start talking about Wizard of Oz, Gold Rush, and stuff like that, cosplaying Native Americans and stuff like that, and Plutography and shit. Y'all love languages. Whoever's got the most of that, whatever that pilgrim dude had in that movie, the money. No, so we got some money or something. That's y'all love language at that point, whatever. Like, who got the new goddamn RoboCop truck? So that's y'all love language. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. So I said the only thing y'all falling in love with is, where you go? Where you go? Don't run. Where you go? That's about it. Nah, that's about it. You about to tell me, I seen Walt Disney. I live on this soil. I was raised up on the Masons, just like y'all. I seen Walt Disney. I seen all this type of stuff. You ain't about to tell me I know what the real love look like. So I know how to jump into the Matrix world, beyond the numbers, and seeing the world the way it used to be before that building was there, when it first was there, when it was and then I know how to see this synthetic computer version we in that's plugged in, street pole, and then all say I know how to look at it and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, y'all lost. Y'all don't love what y'all think y'all looking at. Y'all love goddamn what but I just showed. That's what the hell y'all love, motherfucker. You ain't gonna lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Nobody gonna lie to me. Don't have the lying tongue. No, I said over on that. I don't have a lying tongue. Don't have a lying tongue. And then shit, the money getting so devalued. I recommend everybody, if you got like $10, $5 laying around, dollar laying, just start holding on to it. Look at it like an object. Hang it on your wall, or keep it like souvenirs or something like that. It's going to be a time where Amazon, you know what I'm saying, a person will pay you $50,000 to get a dollar bill. That's getting ready to happen. I'm telling y'all, this person will pay you $50,000 or whatever, because all the new money about to have like my face on it and Native American faces. And then whatever freedmans I pick, and whatever white boy that want to play the Blue Jackets again and stuff like that. Y'all stop trying to do the retardation, mental illness on everybody and stuff like that. Boom, we good to go. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a $7 bill. I'm going to be on it. You know what I'm saying? Then the first couple of bills is going to be the actual forefathers here, Native Americans. And then the other dollar bills is going to be I'm a free man. We're going to have to find some free man, find a Taino, then find a white boy. You know what I'm saying? Then we ain't spending dead people no more. We spending alive people, so you could do it before they die. That type shit. And I'm going to need a statue in front of all the gates of Ohio. Y'all said I'm going to need statues in North Gate, South Gate, West Gate, North Gate. So it's going to have to be a statue before people come from Pennsylvania and they get ready to reach Cleveland. You're going to see a statue of me there. As before you meet Miami and the Ways tribe and stuff like that, you're gonna come in from the west or whatever, and then probably come through to Leto or something like that, or then boom, that's the west end. I need a statue there. I'm saying the north end, you might be coming in from Canada, or however the case may be. That you start to reach the upper end, I need a statue there. Then you might be coming from the south or something like that, and around Cincinnati or something. I need a statue there. So south, I need, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, I need a statue there, bitch. And then for the most part, all situations when it comes into the men is gonna establish what they are. You know what I'm saying? Which you already know what I am, but everybody, so you can start writing down shit. So learn your percentage scale, and then that percentage scale, and we're gonna get into nationality. Melt your percentage scale into a new thing, and you a man. You're supposed to name it. And let's make a pig egg language. Let's make one. You know what I'm saying? So eventually it become the most united thing here. Still, you know, I'm native, but you know what I'm saying? Just blending in with that English, and we make some new pig leg shit. So we the interpreters with other people in the countries and stuff like that. So anytime some new pilgrim shit come around, they gonna need interpreters again and all. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be in the washing machine cycle, baby. You know what I'm saying? However the case may be. Y'all come up with your own name, and then y'all woman. And y'all woman rename them, so every child that come out the woman is that tribe. So the new tribes is named after the woman, and the woman is the land, the walking representation of the land. So the land gonna be named after the woman too, but the man name it. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like that too. So for an example, let's say all the women, like now all the women, like if I have children, each woman that the children come from that tribe, aka the woman name. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, y'all don't know that half of y'all already got native tribe names. So my job already done. Freedman, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start. So whether y'all start getting back into some African language, and then me and you create a pig leg language, or you use English, and we start building this pig gig. So we got code words and stuff. So anytime it's even wars or whatever the case may be, we be the code talkers. We be the code talkers. You know what I'm saying? Like the Navajos and stuff like that, with the net before the J and the V and the C. How they got us all, the Catawba before the C, the Yahlahué before they got us with the C, Catawba, so they got the Bird crew, the Bird clan, Deer crew, all the tribes that came together for the Cherokee before they hit them with the C, the Chickasaw, shit like that, the Wolf crew, the Wolf clan, all they did mix everybody together, shit like that. It was names beyond that too. I'm just trying to put it in English for y'all to help y'all get a sentiment of what's going on. It's confederations being built. At a time we all had the big city way, all the tribes, all the regular people. But boom, you get your you start naming shit, and then for the most part, that's already territory. So everybody already gonna make sense or whatever the case may be. So whatever other establishment. Now here's the thing: we're not trying to overthrow whoever try to always use military and stuff like that. They know they gonna have to learn how to be more relatable. Know what I'm saying? So we ain't trying to say, look, y'all want to play gods on some money game. We already doing that. We paying taxes already and shit like that. If y'all want to be some boss, go sit down somewhere and just make money. All the manipulation tactics and stuff like that, we in a new world right now. And if y'all not about to be spiritual or mentally strong to be representations as men and women to build culture, then y'all gonna have to go ahead and take a back seat for that one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to go ahead and let us do that one. Y'all just be in a position of supporting. Just support. Just support. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just support. Because I don't want to hear about no stuff about our taxes being used for stupid shit. Then when we point it out, y'all want to claim our taxes not being used for that shit. Then y'all sitting on this money that y'all just taking from us then. I thought that was the whole point. I'll say y'all just sitting on money then. Because how y'all getting this money? Y'all not doing stuff we doing. So y'all sitting around somewhere rocking people to sleep getting money from our shit anyway. So y'all need to know, y'all need to play nice. Everybody play nice. And then for the most part, support everything you did. Listen, you made trillions off of Tahoes. You made trillions. It's like a list of cards. These are the simple ones. You made trillions off damn Pontiac Thunderbirds, cheap Jeep Cherokees and shit like that. Y'all got enough money to just help and look out. When you see people who smart and look like they got a good plan, look out. That should be nothing else what the Jews be doing. Masons doing, people in government been doing. Y'all need to be reaping with y'all soul if you trying to get to heaven. Y'all know y'all done made enough money. Y'all in some situation trying to make y'all kids that ain't even hard as y'all. And all y'all like the watered down main star players and the ones that's not here no more, but the ones that's here, y'all all old. Y'all can't even push Adam Rosses to go ahead and be a captain of a boat anymore and shit. Like y'all can't push them to do that. So y'all gonna have to just go ahead and just like, all right, we in a different world now. We see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to get out the colonization of, we still need to make slaves for our kids, and our kids, the descendants of our slaves, going to be their slaves. So no matter if they the same ages or a little younger or not, that don't work no more and shit like that, because they don't got that type of courage to get on boats. Adam Rosses don't got no then y'all be having the DJ academics on the back of the boats and the Acons on the back of the boats and the what's homeboy name, the Flockos and stuff like that. Then you know what I'm saying? And you can't count on Adam 22 all the time, because Adam 22 too much of a cluck. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't about to be no captain on no boat right now. He want to get into the manipulation part of it and shit like that. And goddamn DJ Vlad don't be trying to do all that right now. DJ Vlad already in a situation of trying to reap what he sold and shit. So he done helped out a lot of people's dead ass careers. So at some point, like, you know what I'm saying? Where the rest of y'all at? Why ain't the rest of y'all following Vlad? Vlad's still gonna be who he is, but at least he's trying to change. You know what I'm saying? Their way of trying to change might still be negative to other people at times, but you could tell when someone still genuinely likes someone and someone just in it for a psyop. You could tell though. You could tell DJ Vlad actually rode around listening to some of these people. He was, you know what I'm saying, that he's interviewing and shit like that, even though he's still part of people. You could tell people like Adam 22 don't give a fuck until it's time to interview your ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about shit until you probably didn't kill 20 people out there already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a thin line. You got to see through these people sometimes. You got to see so you could know who got the righteousness and who got at least the grace and who just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They just bounce or whatever. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know these things so you can save yourself. So you might not be on a platform that, you know what I'm saying, 1 week your career was riding high. Next week you P. Diddy. You got thousands of years and shit like they got 99.9 years. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I seen that happen. We got enough history right now. I seen somebody being on Adam 22 1 week, next week locked up. Someone being on DJ Vlad 1 week, next week they had a whole bunch of boozy interviews, a whole bunch of yayo and everything. Shit, got good money in their pocket. I seen it. So you ain't about to tell me like even where things is like wrong because this people lineage where a person still ain't trying to be right. I see it. You know what I'm saying, bitch? I see it. I ain't dumb. So like, we need to see more. We need Adam Rosses and stuff like that. Y'all need to take all these riches that y'all done plucked from this land through all these books in the Vatican that y'all family know. We family know. Just because you don't know because you going to school with us and stuff. Y'all in our videos with us and stuff, dancing around, super soaking with us and stuff like that next to goddamn Shorty Red and Sexy Red. It don't matter still. Do read these books and look at what your people did. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, I'm rich. I'm around these people. These are descendants of my ancestors, slaves. I said, shit, let me go ahead and take this good couple $1,000, help this person out, good couple $1 million right here, get this person on their feet. Let me go find a native to make a new Howard Stern. You know what I'm saying? Let me go find a freed man to own their own NBA. You know what I'm saying? That shit sound good, man. That shit sound real good. And I wouldn't mind fighting. I wouldn't mind fighting for no war, not like that. If I can drive on some streets instead of always, and they can stay Asian store, Jamaican Arab store, and shit like that. You go up the street, Native American store. Then I can put some people in there and stuff like that. That shit, man, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Go to New York and shit like that, all Jamaican chopped cheese and shit. We'll go in some goddamn free woman store and shit like that, buy bandanas. Sad buy rubber bands and shit like that and shit and combs and brushes and shit like that. Go in there and shit and buy some goddamn grease. Some hair oil and shit like that and go in there and shit and get the man supposed to be running there selling t-shirts and shit. Because last time I checked, that's all I seen. And like coming up after a little bit is still on the radio, jabos and t-shirts and goddamn it, hot boys and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BG. Real shit. You mean to tell me, listen, we wouldn't even be running around everybody with goddamn it 9-inch goddamn nightgown, white t-shirts on and shit like that with some big ass goddamn size 5X fat man jabos and we barely scrawny ourselves and shit like that, all soaking wet ourselves, like 60 pounds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Would be no such thing. Oh shit, I don't see BG family getting paid off that. I was like, who the fuck is Jabot? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I started thinking, who the fuck is Jabot? That shit. And China man, Asian man, he showed his ass a few weeks ago and shit like that. Yeah, we was making a Georgia show, so look on the back of these t-shirt tags. Like, Asian man getting paid. So at some point, we gotta think like, wait a minute, we just getting everybody rich. Why are we getting everybody rich? So why are we getting everybody rich? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I start motherfucking thinking getting everybody motherfucking rich. No, it's our turn. It's our turn. We need Native American stores everywhere and freedman stores everywhere. Not a damn Arab store, Jamaican store, Asian man store. Genghis Khan took care of his people. They got a whole place they could go to even if they lost their culture and their tongue because they over here broke and working at a goddamn gas station. They still could go over there and the people would still like, you know what I'm saying? They could go somewhere and shit. I said, don't do us over here like that, man. Don't do us over here. Y'all already did us dirty. Y'all did my people real dirty and shit. Don't do that no more. Y'all should be at some energy right now helping boosting us all up. So we can really be like, man, white boy the shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all want to hear that from us? Why y'all want to hear that from us? Why y'all want to hear all this negative shit? Why y'all want to be somewhere where all y'all did was do some shit that y'all know won't be a problem? Y'all know that little pieces won't be a problem and shit like that. A person, y'all ain't even got to know a person and look out for them as a large group of 100 people. It's certain people they watch that they see that happen to and be like, oh shit, I fuck with that. Oh shit, then it filtered through us. I'm saying what y'all did for us being main star players, we do that for them. The little people, then they do that for the little people. Little people, no more weak links. No more weak links. No more wet sausage, goddamn kneecaps and knuckle caps, and military turned into goddamn psyop typing all day. No more. No more. You know what I'm saying? Shit, no more. That sound good. That sound real good. All I care, fuck football practice. Football practice. Little bastard going to goddamn cut grass practice. Oh, I say real shit, whole little neighborhood. You got goddamn 12 little 12-year-old or 16-year-old. They know real good sports station and goddamn grass cutting. And if we want to make goddamn network stations of whose city and streets got the best, raising the best kids and cut the best grass and know how to do things with the grass afterwards and shit like shit. We make networks around that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all this brother bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. These kids don't even got no mind. They end up in jail before they even get to play their damn contract. They get signed for a contract, go to jail, go to sleep forever, popping too many pills, get rocked to sleep for antimony and shit like that, and get no fucking prenup and shit. These damn retarded before they even get in those situations. Oh, I'm tired of this now. No more. We gonna look like China or something like that over this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm about to do a whole lot of fucking. This is native land, bitch. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Then next, and then we're gonna get the free man, get together, the Taino, Puerto Rico together. This about to be, we all about to look like one thing. We all about to be dressing like one thing. We all about to be one culture again. Fuck all that bullshit. That's the only way this gonna work in America. It need culture again. So that means chiefs. So free man, that's intelligent. Get your shit together. I see a lot of y'all too. Y'all already on it. We got to get deeper now. And then we got to all start connecting. And then that should be the whole 90-day summer mission. Because I'm starting this next week. We meeting at mounds and stuff like that for me and my people. And all the mixed people and everybody that we all come together and shit like that. And then for the most part, everybody doing their own thing. That is automatically going to melt. We are already together in the spiritual world because we all got the same sentiment. So it's going to bend in. It seems like we saying the same words already. That's already a start. See, if we get too lost in Washishu, the way they think, they don't think like that. So they go against each other. So they make you like them. So you will be in their kind of ego. So if you have a sentiment that even bend in and say similar words, it'll be something you reject. And then the things you accept, you forgot. You jump right back in pilgrim culture. You jump right back in. This is what they do. This is how they can have a business and extend another business that ain't got nothing to do with that business. But for the most part, they're in it together. You know what I'm saying? It might be one business that's the doctor, dentist, and the car lot. Then it might be another business that's the damn heart surgeon and the damn tow truck. And then for the most part, you thinking it's separate. And they a team rocking you to sleep, though. You know what I'm saying? You get it? It's like you don't understand. Y'all, you don't like, they put y'all in to not do that. And this is what we're trying to put back onto y'all. Because this is how our natives, we already know how to make a government. We already know how to substantiate a land. It's a mental, governance, agriculture, and a physical way of doing it. That builds culture and stuff like that. And we got to get back into that. I should be able to be like, all right, I ain't got no bubble gum in the store. Go up the street. And the store name, let's say it's a free man in there, and they got their own bubble gum, and I got chocolate bars. I'm just making this as an example. And it's up the street at the native store. It's no problem for me to be like, oh, we ain't got no bubble gum here. They got all the good bubble gum up the street. It should be no reason for them to be like, oh, we ain't got that kind of chocolate bar up the street, got that chocolate bar. Now, we need to start doing that. Therefore, we already creative, our clothes and shit like that. Man, everybody, even who's coming here, foreigners, slowly but shortly be more population in our stores than the Asian corner store up the street. And I'm not trying to make this a competition or whatever the case may be, but a lot of times we even know that we be the ones selling shit in these stores. That's all I did here. Because I named it like any A-Rod there tell you. We a team. I ain't in all the litigation like you in over here, though. We're a team. And a lot of times it take being creative. So a person don't even see it like you're rocking them to sleep. You're up there, you have a good character, you're native or whatever that you're trying to do, whatever you is, and you got something to sell. Like I was taking a whole bunch of t-shirts and drawing on them and with Crystella paints and stuff like that from Michaels and Pacatans and all kind of stuff like that. And y'all can see that in my earlier videos and stuff. So that, man, I'm selling like hotcakes. We was like in business. So it didn't come like I'm scamming. It's come like I'm always at the store. You know we here. We know you here. And our relationship we're building, especially on the spiritual, we know we seeing it different than other people. So it's like almost a thing, because little do y'all know, like y'all might hate on Arabs a lot, but they be on more y'all, especially if you're a free man, they be more on y'all side than y'all know it. It'd be discussions that I don't have to have, that if a free man got out of their shit that white man put in y'all, and you had that conversation, you'll realize how much you got in common with that Arab dude at that corner store and shit like that. Like, they let you sell shit in there. If y'all don't sometimes take it that far. Y'all be on some other type shit and trying to join a gang and shit. No, which really, that came from native shit too. I look at everything like somebody plucking from something, so I can pluck from it too. You know what I'm saying? We could be a team. It ain't no me get down or lay down. It's like, look what I got, and this what you got. Hey, so this could be through here. So this bringing people to sell t-shirts. You see everybody who come in here wearing these t-shirts from me. Boom. Now t-shirts you were selling 5 for 20. I'm putting stuff on them. You sell these t-shirts for now 80 per one. You know what I'm saying? Then boom, we in business in this motherfucking shit. Things of that nature. Now I'm getting free t-shirts and box and shit like that. And I ain't even paying for paint. I used to go steal all the paint and shit like that. As a teenager and shit, go steal all the paint and shit like that. My cousins and shit. And then shit, in business. And shit, I've been in business ever since. Like, I ain't never stopped. That led to one thing. That led to another thing. That led to another. I started YouTube. I stay open on that. I had all the cameras. I still got them. Got all the cameras. Goddamn 8, 9 laptops, computers, and shit like that. Shit. That's a whole long development, bitch. I'm gonna eat on my land. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna eat on my motherfucking land. Bitch, that I know how to do that first before getting into Synthetic World and Walt Disney Wizard of Oz. It's this first, and when I see that, look like it's changing too much. I don't even know how to come up with, somebody made a game and try to make the rules, change the rules when somebody get good at it. I don't even care about that whole game. This is foreign. Just as far as it go in my mind. I start competing with that. I'd implode. It could be 100 people thinking they good at that and up sustain. I'd be one person, implode all of it, make them all me. No, it's that turn them all into me. You in my land, so you only be a blood cell of me. You only think like me to make this better, or this ain't about to be shit, and whatever I'm doing, you about to slowly but surely do what I'm doing. That. Get some fuck on, get back on the boat. No. A boat, a train, and a bitch. That. A boat, a train, and a bitch. You go back on your motherland. No, I say you get back on that boat, you get back on that train, and go back to your bitch. I say real shit. That was one of my first mixtapes too. But yeah, I gotta understand it go deep. But a lot of times, when you think about drinking a holy grail, right? What you sipping on? So this for all cancers right now. Y'all gonna be in y'all moods about something. Just make sure you accentuate a cup. So that cup, you might be a cup that ain't got no good foundation. You ain't got no good. It ain't come from no good cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Somebody brought you to a weak ocean and said, "Here, you can make your cup." The reason why it was so easy to make a cup because I was a weak lily pond. It was small. You was playing a small game. That wasn't no big game. Think bigger. Think bigger. Get broader. You know what I'm saying? Think broader, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So you was that small, so no reason. You know what I'm saying? No reason. No reason why it was so goddamn easy to make that goddamn cup. I said it was out of lily pond and shit like that. So of course you probably shit, you scoop with your hand and stuff like that. Oh, it's easy. You know, you want that good river flow. You want that strong one, the one you can wash your ass with. You want that one like that and shit like that. I'm trying to bring you to that one. But for the most part, it's like what you sipping on. So it could be that good emotion. Sometimes y'all be washing y'all ass in toxic waters and shit like that. So all the fluids you around and know how to make is toxic, diluted shit. So your emotions and your mood could be diluted. And then for the most part, you're prejudging the situation from the wrong starting point. So you cancers got to understand that. Always check your cup. You know what I'm saying? Try to look at it like it's half full, half empty. You know what I'm saying? Because when it get too full, you're in a mood. When they get too empty, you feel negative, you feel empty, you feel like you're uncomfortable, you feel like you're not around no nurturing quality. So you start lashing out on everybody and things of that nature. So you got to be careful. Make that half cup, half full, half empty, and then you're not having that expectation that lead to those extreme moves, and therefore you're able to see when you dump that extreme moves on others. So you're able to check yourself before you do that. Boom, you got gold in your cup. You know, they got some gold tea, golden tea, yellow iron tea and shit like that. Can I get somewhere you get that tea from and shit like that? Can I feel like that? I'm saying, where you get them C's and T's at so I can plant it in my area and stuff like that in my spiritual field so I can feel the way you feel in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So you the nurturing quality at that point. You the mothering quality. Even if you the man or a female or a man, you got that nurturing quality that make people feel like there's some maternal quality when they're around you. So it make them feel like whatever that they're going through, it ain't as harsh. You're like a safe haven for them and shit like that. You're like a safe sachem grounds for them. So whenever they wasn't around you, they have to feel sporadic and chaotic because of whatever that's going on in their life and whatever they can't take care of or develop or, you know what I'm saying, whatever they did and borrowed from others or however the case may be. But when they're around you, you ain't even got to say nothing at all. Just pouring out that energy itself before you start talking to the person to feel that present of nurturing, that maternal energy and stuff like that. Like everything gonna be all right, or everything taken care of, or I don't have to worry about that right now type of energy. And this is y'all good quality that y'all have. It's just a lot of times you can attract family, friends, and associates that start to take that for granted. And you end up seeing them in one way that they don't see you. They see you as a way to dump everything on you. But when they're going through their good times, you the last person they call, you the last person and stuff like that. You're the person for them to dump everything on and stuff like that. And sometimes you got to be careful because these people eventually do that on purpose and stuff like that because they some way you built a relationship with them, they think that that's how they have to connect with you. But then when they start taking you for granted, they start only using you for when they're going through bad things and stuff like that. And then when they're going through something good, they develop other relationships with people that you'll be able to see if you know these people too, and or other family members and shit that you're around. Like they don't even deserve that. At all this shit when they was fucked up. Oh, this hoe got cheated on. She was all in my motherfucking face and shit like that. Now things going good, and she met this other person or got this other friend or something like that. Oh, that's the only person they call when she get paid, or that's the only person he gonna call when he get paid. Oh, okay, well shit. Let me cut off. I'm gonna put my phone on airplane mode on these days then and shit like that to make this person know that I don't care about that. Y'all say however the case may be, but this how y'all friends will be sometimes if you don't check them and shit like that. And you a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you allow that to go too far, and then when you having your bad times, they ain't there because they having that good time. Then when you can have it could be a time you having a good time. Here they go having that bad time, trying to drink from you again, and here go you being a Karen. Male or female, being a Karen because you got that Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in you, or Mercury. So now you think it's the right thing to do. You just being a good friend. And this person ruined your day that was good. Y'all went to SeaWorld that day. Here go this person with their problem. Now, when they go to SeaWorld and shit, they're around a whole bunch of people. You know that was part of their problem in the first place to come to you. So they didn't ruin your day at Disney World and shit like that. Then when it was time for them to go, they didn't invite you. Well, fuck them. Y'all say they was sipping the wrong. Hey, what you sipping on, Cancer? Protect y'all spirit and y'all energy. Real shit. Protect y'all goddamn energies in this goddamn bitch. I need some goddamn tissue real quick, y'all. Protect your goddamn energy. So you got to redirect this person's thought and let them know that you don't just care about that kind of concept. You built a relationship on them. No, you care about that other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you care about that thing too. Don't just put me in no goddamn box where I'm your emotional stepping stool. I'm the person you just dump all your shit on. I'm the person you lean on when everything going bad. I'm gonna start thinking that you the reason why I'm manifesting similar situations in my life, and then when I'm going through similar things, you ain't there to help me and shit like that. That's how that be, even to the whole emotional space. So y'all Cancers got to check those things at times. So y'all be in those situations where person not even caring about your feeling, but that's when you have to be in that situation where you make somebody have to be a mind reader because you think that they're supposed to understand that because the situation went too far. It ain't really too much you can kind of say to make them understand that, and it'll make the matters worse. So it always be those situations where shit only time heals wounds. You know, fucking time heals wounds, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's the only way you'll be able to come around. If that person keeps smothering you, and that time wasn't there, and that shit that was once your friend or family member or coworker getting ready to be your worst enemy. So they get ready to be your worst enemy real quick, and you gonna make it that way. It ain't gonna be got nothing to do with them. It's gonna have everything to do with you and your mood. And this motherfucker better leave you alone a little bit until you get some spiritual space, so you can come around yourself, not be motivated to come around based upon some other. You gonna even look at the nice gestures as all this person being fake. Bitch, let me come around when I want to come around. Don't force nothing for me to come. And that's when y'all start getting that crab. Y'all put your guards up. Your snappity snap energy and shit. Calm down, little Cancer. Calm down, little wool picker. Is that real shit? But y'all just gotta check those energies, and then therefore you develop healthier relationships without it always leading to toxicity. Because y'all know a lot of times, y'all it start good and it lead into negativity a lot of times, and y'all be having once time heal, but it was a situation where too much smothering was going on that didn't allow the time to heal. So the separation got played out for the time to heal. And then you have to look back like, damn, that was wrong and shit like that. But the situation that played out, I can't go back to it. Because when it was happening, I didn't let time heal and didn't know that was the case. Everything was going on and it was smothering for it to be a separation. And then when time going off, now I get to be like, oh, yeah, I didn't have to have that mood. or it wasn't really like how I was seeing it when I was seeing it then, or whatever the case may be. But then at that point, you also can't go back either or to come around because too much stuff was done. So a lot of cancers be in a lot of situations like that where they have friends that they separated from, but didn't know that if that space was had at that time would have healed, and it wouldn't have been a lot of situations to block things to come back around, or still have some weird animosity with it or something like that. Right? But a lot of times cancers, they go through that a lot without knowing that, then going through so many situations, then that separates the circumstance. Then when time passed, they're able to look at the people, places, and things that was involved to look at themselves and be like, damn, that was wrong, or this person did that, or this could have been done better, or I should have cared about this. But so much stuff had played at hand that you also can't come back either. So it's always some animosity that's always going to be there. Some strong memory that's always going to be there. Even if you're still around, this once was a friend that's not as close as they used to, but who became an enemy, or that once was a family member that was closer than they was what they was now. You know what I'm saying? Cancers go through that a lot more than other signs. Cancers and Aquariuses, but more cancers go through that. Aquariuses go through that for other reasons. It might be a different reason why they might start experiencing similar circumstances. But in the main archetype, a lot of times when it comes to friends and family, that be the reason for the Cancer end. And a lot of times it places y'all into a situation of, having a bad heart while trying to have a good heart. So all Cancers, I want all y'all to know y'all got good hearts because you got that thought and you got that feeling. So you can go ahead and cleanse that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I see it that way, that lets you know you don't have to see something your own way and then second question it of things outside of you, because we all done wrong. But in that Cancer way, the mood and the emotion and the vision inside can go deep in it, where you take more effect and take it more personal than someone else. This is how you're able to even see you got friends and family and probably strangers that's in your area, see them do foolish things, but you see them the next day, or you're aware of them. They don't react and respond to it the same way you would. You'll be like, I wouldn't dare have somebody see me that way. If I did make that mistake, you will probably be more depressed and hard on yourself than you see this person as being goofy, right? That's where it comes from. Like that energy and stuff like that. You're more aware, but what comes great power comes great responsibility, because y'all ruled by the moon. So you have a good heart just because you're in that quality. So you need to understand that, and you can teach another to not even have to walk that path because your footprints is in the sand before a person. That means you're more of a spiritual adult. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Welcome to Cancer season. Flight boss, bitch, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Esoteric Moon. I'm the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. Oh damn. We'll get into that tonight, because I'll probably do an open panel too, and just break certain stuff down and start getting these tribal things together.